What's up guys, MKJR here. The Fitbit Versa 3 is the successor to the Versa 2, a watch that I've loved, which had a week's worth of battery life, it had a tool-like functionality, and was incredibly capable when it came to fitness tracking, all while being just around $200, making it one of the best value smartwatches. Now the Versa 3 has a similar starting price tag of $225 and has the same great battery life and great tracking as the Versa 2. But is it any better? When it comes to features, its most interesting bit is that GPS is built in now, which gives a more accurate distance when walking. I had 3 smartwatches on at the same time with GPS tracking the same distance, and this one was the most accurate for distance. However, the calories burned were twice as much as it should. On a normal 1-mile walk, you'll burn around 100 calories, which competitors measured as well, but after like 2 miles, the Fitbit already had an incredible optimistic calorie burned. For 3 miles, it was around 600 calories burned, while the competition had half that. Now, Fitbit's always been a little bit optimistic when calorie tracking, but the whole point of GPS is to let you know how far you've gone when you're walking, running, or biking especially, which the added calories can be encouraging but misleading. For other workouts like P90X or weight machines had much better expected calories, but still a little bit over. But with fitness trackers, a big component is sleep tracking. Now Fitbit has my favorite sleep tracking and has an incredibly detailed diagram on the app, which versus the Versa 2, the Versa 3 and the new Senses have SpO2 tracking. It doesn't really give you a guide on what that data means when you look it up, but it's a nice feature if you're looking for oxygen tracking during sleep. Actually, Fitbit in general really relies on the app quite a lot, which is a great app, but it does try to push the subscription version on you quite often that blocks some features that you wish you had. But it's still one of the best apps as it has food tracking and weight tracking all mixed in for the base app, which I've seen multiple apps before, but the general layout and aesthetics are no nonsense and solid. However, the need to use it for sleep data really makes you see how you can get by with a less high-end Fitbit or an older, cheaper one like the Versa 2. Now, for the watch itself, there are physical differences. It's more rounded from the body to the screen itself, with a slightly bigger and better AMOLED screen from 39mm to 40mm, and a slightly better resolution to 300 by 300 to 336 by 336, which may not seem that big of a difference, but for such a small screen, that really looks significantly better from the outgoing one, even though it's only 36 by 36 pixels more than the Versa 2. When it comes to using the smartwatch though, from swiping between menus or going into the apps on the watch, it feels perfectly snappy. However, versus something like a Samsung Galaxy Watch or anything that's a real full power smartwatch, it's significantly slower and buggier than the other ones. It's actually quite more buggier than the Versa 2, maybe due for other reasons, but it was a bit more unreliable than what I'm used to for Fitbit. But for the usage scenario, what is really far off that really does make this worse than full-on smartwatches is mainly the button. It has none, and it's awful. See, there's actually no physical button now. It's all haptics with a squeeze to activate, which in my hands was very inconsistent and unreliable. Sometimes I just keep on pressing on the watch for its virtual button and not get a response, or the haptics would just be delayed when you do response, and the registration of that action just didn't happen yet. It really takes the previous version, the Versa 2, from a no-nonsense functional tool to a very unnecessarily complex and buggy fashion device. Genuinely, it's a huge letdown for interacting with the device. It does look clean and minimalistic, but I honestly thought the button came off from the factory when I saw the cutout on mine. But besides that, there is still features like notifications, which you can get on your Android device and have a set list of responses that you can configure in the Fitbit app. That's the same as the Versa 2, but for storing music, the Versa 2, you didn't need a subscription or anything like that. You just put it on your watch and you can listen to it with a Bluetooth device. The Versa 3, however, you have to be subscribed to Fitbit's premium subscription model, which then gives you the ability to store music on your device, which is a pretty big deal if you're using this for, I don't know, the added benefit of GPS, someone that runs or bikes. You would imagine that they would be quite interested in storing music on their watch instead of carrying their phone the whole time. Pretty sleazy. Really, to me, the Fitbit Versa 3, besides being quite a bit more pretty and modern looking, is a way worse device than the Versa 2. There are little improvements like the charger's now magnetic and easier to use, although it's still very proprietary. There's even a slightly higher end version of the Fitbit Sense, which makes no sense to buy and therefore is permanently on sale, which has the same downfalls but added skin temperature and like a mood thing. Useless. But for me, the Versa 2 makes a lot more sense. My long-term review of it about a year ago gorged all over it how functional and useful it was and how precise it was to the Fitbit ecosystem and just keeping track of what you're wanting to do. So I really can't recommend this smartwatch over the Versa 2, which the Versa 2 is still one of the best smartwatch deals you can get out there. I can recommend this, the Versa 3, over the Fitbit Sense, but personally, I would rather save money, get an older model, or just wait for the Versa 4, or look elsewhere to Garmin and other competitors. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.